Homecoming. Arvind was driving home after a tiring day at work. It was Friday, and he longed to reach his cozy nest for a much needed break from the mounting of his work. As he pondered on this, he received a call from his boss about the day's progress. While Arvind spoke with his Bluetooth on, he braked several times to avoid the potholes from the last monsoon. His boss kept inquiring about the sales figures relentlessly. Arvind slowed down a bit as there was a turn ahead and he was compelled to halt on the side to finish the call. All this while, Arvind had failed to notice an elderly man with a stick walking past his car. However, as soon as he ended the call, much to his amazement and horror, he saw the elderly gentleman trembling in front of his car. By the time Arvind could get out of the car, the old man had fallen on his knees and was almost in a paralyzed state on the ground. Arvind was perplexed by the episode, but he played a good Samaritan and chose to lift the old man, almost senseless now, and rushed him to the nearest hospital. Arvind drove to the nearby municipal hospital's emergency, where he cleared all formalities to get the unknown man admitted. It was soon revealed that the old man was suffering from Parkinson's disease and also had bouts of dementia, so he nearly forgot where he belonged. After much coaxing, the officials came to know that he resided in a nearby old age home and had often been caught trying to escape the premises. But this time Arvind was a godsend for the poor old man. Arvind was in his 40s, doing decently in his profession, and by sheer coincidence, he too had lost his parents in an accident 2 years back. Arvind was moved by the old man's condition and plight. By now, the details about this man had come to light after the hospital coordinated with the old age home where he lived. He was Mr. Murli and was abandoned by his only son after the latter had moved to the US. His son had never once returned to his native soil, fearing that he would have to bear his dad's unfortunate illness. On regaining consciousness, Mr. Murli held Arvind's hands in both of his and probably smiled for the first time in years. He was under the impression that his own son had returned as Arvind. Arvind could barely contain a teardrop looking at the frail poor man smiling at him with so much conviction in his eyes. Still being a bachelor, Arvind made up his mind to take Mr. Murli home and devote his life towards the care and welfare of the old man in his twilight years. Thus, Arvind had found a father figure in Mr. Murli, while Mr. Murli rejoiced at his new homecoming.